Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with part 3 of our Crusader Kings 2, the Winter King mod Let's Play. So last time around, King Arthur spent virtually the entire episode staving off a Saxon invasion from the east, but we were able to hold them off and came out victorious thanks to some of our allies and a few lucky battles. So today we're probably going to try to start our conquest of I guess technically this is like Cornwall. It's the Kingdom of Kurnow, and we have a claim that would allow us to basically take the whole thing in one shot. The only thing holding us back at the moment is the fact that we lost a lot of men in that last war, and so short of hiring a bunch of mercenaries, which is an option, we may have to wait just till we replenish a little bit more forces. Also, last time around, I said that I would look into this title here, whether or not we could usurp it. And I couldn't find anything, whether in the forums or on the wiki or whatever. So I basically just tested it off camera, and it worked out exactly like I thought. Basically, I got this kingdom in the middle here, but then every other title underneath it split apart. So the only way that we can basically claim Dumnonia for ourselves is through inheritance. And as it stands right now, we have this kid as his heir. I don't know why he's chosen this kid, but this is his current heir. It could be an issue of like the Gavelkind succession, where he didn't necessarily choose his heir, but his peers did. Again, I can't vote on that for whatever reason, but yeah. So we're gonna have to inherit that title somehow, some way. Normally, what I would do is try to set up an heir who would be more favorable and then assassinate him or something. But that's not really going to help us because I can't. I think we attempted to arrange a marriage before and we just did not have anybody worthy of marrying to him. She is too old. I wouldn't want to lose her as a character for us to use at our disposal because she's obviously very good. But she's too old. Any woman 45 or older in this game cannot have children unless the mod changes that. So there's really no reason in doing it because they won't have a child. Therefore, they won't have a Pendragon heir. And so I have nothing to really attempt there. However, he is still young, so he might find a wife of his own, in which case they will have a Pendragon heir. And that's a little bit better for us because at least we have a Dynastic heir. But that doesn't necessarily help me in the short term. Let's see. What else did we have going on? We have our son, who it might be time to look at a betrothal for him because he is getting close to adulthood, which is like 16 and up in this game. His stats are looking pretty good, but they could certainly be better. Let's actually take a look at potential. What's the word, like betrothees? I don't know what to call that. This priestess is a pretty damn good character. Are they all priestesses? Can I not marry him to anybody outside of my kingdom? That seems a bit weird. What kind of looks like we have a lot of different religions happening here. We've got some Pictish, some Gaelic, some Norse. This is like Frankish, Saxon. So yeah, there's no Christians here. Some good characters though, some pretty solid characters. These names though, like I might just have to choose a potential mate with the easiest name to pronounce because I'm going to struggle with virtually all of these. It looks like as we go lower, there's less and less to choose from. She jumped out because or at least she jumped out to me, because she is fairly young at 19. Pretty good stats. I don't know if I like or dislike the lack of intrigue skill, because on the one hand, I don't have to worry about her plotting against me, but on the other, it means that any children they have might be a bit lacking in that skill. Not necessarily, but it could end up leading to that. Also, her various traits are not particularly good. She's trusting, she's honest, she's kind. So she's a very nice person, but she's gluttonous. And none of these really make for a particularly good character. Like, these aren't really good traits. Honest is okay. honest isn't that bad because it does give you quite a boost to diplomacy, but the rest of these are not very useful. Kind is, you could debate that kind is like okay, but the rest of them, no. Let's see, we also have her. She's a little bit older, a little bit more balanced of a character. She's not quite as good at martial skill, but she is significantly better at intrigue and better at stewardship. Let's see. Okay, so she's very smart, very interested in learning. She's also content, which if that passed on to our potential heir might be a bad thing, but for her herself it's not a bad thing. She's deceitful and just, and that looks to be about it. But yeah, overall stat wise she's a good character, and her traits aren't as bad as hers. And then we have her, who's even older, but she's quick. She's also gregarious, patient, ambitious, and lustful, all of which are good traits. Especially like quick, and then lustful, while it does have some penalties, the fact that it gives them a much better chance of having a child and an heir is, very useful. So she's actually tempting given her stats and her traits, because I would say of the three we've looked at, by far the best traits. She's also a Briton, which is more closely in line with our culture. We're not Britons, but we're basically like descendants of Romans and Britons. So at least it's a little bit closer than like Norse or Gaelic or Pictish. So yeah. And then finally we have her, who's the same age. She's quick, pretty, kind, trusting, loyal, and humble. And she's also got very good stats. Her traits, I would say, are probably not as good as hers, though. As if I were marrying her to somebody else, she would be fantastic because she would be of no real threat to us. Whereas she's ambitious and pretty competent. I mean, they're both competent, but she's ambitious, so she could end up, causing trouble or something. Whereas she is, very kind and trusting, probably not much of a threat. But since we're looking at our potential heir, we want him to be a bit dynamic and aggressive, and she has those sorts of traits. I wish we had more to choose from here. It's like everybody is a 20-year-old priestess. The only one that's not, well, the only like couple that don't have very good skills or traits. So I might betroth her to him. Also, she's like the only non-priestess, it looks like. There's a few that aren't priestesses. Actually, no, I think they all are except for her. Yeah. So she's the only non-priestess. She's also the only noble, which probably is best because we're not going to take a big, what do you call it, prestige hit. So let's maybe make the betrothal happen here, and then we can always cancel it later. But interesting that we can't marry outside of our kingdom. Maybe I should look at other noble houses first, like who would be the best ally. They already are an ally. Whoops, I just right clicked on accident. King Perdel, you're betrothed to somebody almost 3 times your age. Okay. Anybody in your court? No. How old are you? Oh, you're the queen mother. Wow. So you're actually betrothed to somebody older than your mom. That's a bit strange. A bit strange. Anybody else? You're 15. That's closer. Terrible character, though. Terrible character. And she's lowborn, so we'd probably take a prestige hit from that. So they don't really have anything to offer me. Is there anybody in your family? No. You don't have any siblings. You don't have... let's see. He had a sibling. She's 32, but she's married. She's pretty diplomatic. She's actually not a bad character. So that's a no. What if we tried to establish some sort of relationship with the Angles via... Is he in my dungeon right now? I know we have some people in our dungeon. I didn't think we had the king, but apparently we do. So he's married to her. We could kill him and then marry her. She's not a very good character, though. Got good traits. Well, sort of. Proud's not terrible, but like loyal, not so great. Gluttonous, not good at all. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's see. She is married. She's a pretty good character. Double digits in nearly everything except martial skill. We don't necessarily need generals anyways. Oh, she's pregnant. She's about to have his child. Proud, temperate, ambitious, lustful. Pretty damn good character. That's unfortunate because we could have just like assassinated this guy or something and married her to the prince. Yeah, the prince, but I guess not. So who else? We're gonna conquer you guys, so I don't know that that's really worth it. What about you? You have a son. It looks like all the local kings snatched up all the younger women because, well, wow, you're a really bad character. But yeah, it seems like every king around us is married to somebody very, very much younger than them. Like him, for example. Not a great character again, but yeah. He does have 2 daughters, both of which are about the same age as the priestesses we're looking at. So I think we are going to do just fine here. Let's make sure we lock that in. And, right, I should probably start the clock now since we've... Actually, let's not go that fast. I've learned my lesson about going too quickly in this mod because the time doesn't scale well to the size of this map. And so we saw armies like teleporting all over the battlefield last episode. So I'm going to play this in like 1 times or 2 times rather than 3 or 4 like I normally do. Let's see. He accepts. Okay. Good. Very good. We can always keep our eyes open for somebody else and cancel it. If we upset him, it's not the end of the world. So let's see. We still don't have a theologist. Oh, we do have a theologist now. Good. I want you... Discuss matters of faith with philosophers from all the known world. The gathering will increase our religion's authority. So let's see. Moral authority is not bad. Could be better, but it's not terrible. Do we... No, it doesn't look like we have control of very many of our holy sites. Yeah. Oh well. I mean, we could try to be like the bastion of Christianity. I don't know how well that would go over. Where are the various ones? Where are you? Okay, we'll end up conquering that. Where's the other one? Can't you just show me where they are? There we go. Probably end up conquering that as well. I imagine all of these will be in England. Oh, that's like in the center of France. Actually, no, that's probably closer to like Belgium. I don't know. Whatever, it's in continental Europe where we probably won't venture. So that would be difficult. That's way, way down there. And where's this? Okay, that's in Ireland. That's Dublin, basically. So, actually, I think Dublin is more... I don't know, it's somewhere in this vicinity, I think. Somewhere in, like, these 3, probably. Anywho. Maybe in the long term, but I don't think we'll be conquering that anytime soon. So it would be difficult for us to completely conquer all of our holy sites. But who knows? We might be able to pull it off. Anyway, I guess let's just keep this rolling. Anglia is not doing so great right now. Looks like they have a rebellion. What is happening? Defending against Anglian revolt. Okay. Raiders. Fantastic. Can I call up any troops right here? I can, but not enough to win. Let's call up... Oh, wow, that's a decent-sized army. Where did that come from? Ah, right. Okay, so you start marching there. And I'm going to start the clock again. And before you arrive, I'm going to call up the army in here so that they're stuck and can't flee. Or can I? Apparently I can't. Nope. No, I cannot. Well, that's fine. Hopefully you guys have enough morale to beat them. Apparently we won, like, instantly. My young son wants to know what it is all about. Why are we here on Earth? Okay. He becomes a Christian. Anglia fell. Great. Good for us. Oh wow, it's split into several factions. That's actually really, really good for us, because then we can sort of pick them apart as we go. That also reminds me, can I move you yet? You're in Venta, which we do not need a claim on, if I recall. No, we do not. So, let's move you to... Huh. How about Ludenwick? Because that is essentially London, if I'm not mistaken. Because that would be too far east. So I think it would be either this province or this province, but I'm pretty sure this is essentially London. And that would be a great place for a capital, I would think. So, actually, I'm curious. Maybe not. It does have more slots than our current capital does, so I think, yeah, it would be a better site for a capital. In that case, I will send you to fabricate claims there. Oh, I can't? Why can I not fabricate claims there? I already have claims on... That's weird. I should be able to fabricate claims on, like, everything. I guess there's just no way I can have a claim here. Maybe I don't need a claim. Maybe I can just do it through conquest. But I don't need claims on any of the land that it will allow me to... Well, actually... there's a couple of places, so... That currently belongs to... Who? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong map. Okay, there we go. So basically, we want something in red that's green when we do this. So how about this one? Sure, why not? Although I'm pretty sure we can just outright conquer them like we can with everyone else. They're fleeing west, so why don't you pursue? And no technology upgrades yet. Establish Mediterranean trade. How much does that cost me? 250 gold. That's all of my money, but I would like to do that eventually. And then when we have the prestige, I'd like to form the Brotherhood of Britain as well. I don't really need any new members on my court. Request calendar notices. No, I don't want that. Indulgence for sins. Basically, I think that just trades money for piety. Depending on whether or not the Pope will accept. Can ransom all of our prisoners, or we can just abdicate the throne. That's actually a nice option. I've had plenty of rulers where I just wanted them gone, and I went out of my way to get them killed, basically, because I didn't have that option. So let's see, who are our current prisoners? We have Osred, who is basically a nobody. Will they pay for him? No. Let's see, you're a Saxon? I'm kind of tempted to just kill you. Lowborn Saxon, no wife, no kids. I might just execute you. How much do you hate me? You actually don't hate me, so you know what? Fine, I'll just let you go. And you actually like me now. I wonder if he'd come join me. I don't have that option, strangely enough. Anyway, let's jump back into intrigue, and let's see. None of these guys can be ransomed. You are also Saxon. You'll actually like me if I let you go, so honestly, I'll probably just release all these guys, because they'll end up liking me, and they're not really a threat to me at all. If I had, like, I thought I had the king, but apparently he's in somebody else's prison. Go ahead and release you. And finally this guy. Okay, well, enjoy your freedom. Wow, you really like me. I wonder if you'd come join me. No. He probably... Yeah, I was gonna say he's got a title, so that's not gonna work. Close these, and we should have them defeated fairly soon here. How are my levies doing? Not particularly great. I really would like to avoid hiring mercenaries just because I don't want to waste money. They're fleeing north. Follow them. Defeated them again. Eventually we'll crush them. Oh, we got more raiders attacking us. Great. This is like never going to end. Where are they coming from, by the way? Like, that's... I would get on the southern coast and the eastern coast, but that's kind of an obscure place for them to come from. Unless they're coming from Ireland or here, which I suppose is possible, but not likely. Okay, they are Irish. Got it. So I guess that does make sense then. Although, why they would go all the way around that way and attack me seems a bit arbitrary. There's plenty of other places for them to raid that would be closer. I don't really have an army to call up over here. They don't have enough to besiege this, though. Pursue them back south. We're going to try to crush this force so that we don't keep getting looted. And then I really don't have any army otherwise to send. Oh, I keep forgetting about this. So our heir isn't even our son. It is Mordred. Again, normally I would just assassinate the guy and get him out of the way. But I can't. Because then his kingdom falls to somebody outside of our dynasty, and that just becomes a huge issue. So he is really becoming a thorn in my side, but one that I can't just eliminate, one that I have to kind of work around. So, how do we deal with you? I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to let me know, but we can't assassinate him. If his kingdom falls to this kid, we're going to be in trouble. And I don't know how else we could... Like, if we could get our son to be his heir, that would be fantastic. I would just off him right then and there. Because that would solve all of our problems. But with this kid as his heir currently, that creates a lot of issues for us. Well, I guess let's just keep this moving. Well, we're actually almost out of time. I didn't realize we'd been going on so long here. Good, we captured a prisoner. Why are you so fond of me? I don't get it. And that's with the -30 for being imprisoned. I guess we're just so great that everybody likes us. Our diplomacy's high. We're veterans. We're diligent. We have Excalibur, which apparently makes people like us. We're a good military ruler. We're efficient. Yeah. So everybody seems to be pretty fond of King Arthur here. But you're a terrible commander, so I honestly don't care if you go free or not. I will attempt to ransom you first. Oh man, they don't like you very much. That's not even the same person. I meant to ransom that guy. Not interested. That was weird. I wonder why it jumped to that other guy first. So you can go and I guess I'll release you as well. Okay then. And get rid of all this. And you guys need to head this way. Actually right here. Alright. That should be an easy victory for us. We'll pursue them a bit to crush the remainder of their army. Oh, they're heading back to the boat. Can we go after the boat? I don't think we have any boats of our own. Oh, we do. 29 ships. How many ships do they have? 7 galleys? Let's see what you can do. Should have done that sooner. I just always assume I don't have ships because I never build them. Oh, you can't attack, right? You're just transports. Well, then get back there and load up our guys. Or I guess it doesn't matter now. They're gone. You guys can go. We're being ready. Oh god, right as I disband them. At least they don't have to go very far. Cool. So all of you guys join up right there. And this is getting a bit annoying. Again, I think I mentioned this in the last episode, but that's one of the things. I really love this setting of the Old Gods DLC. And I like that there's a little bit more to do in terms of like building up your provinces and stuff. Because when you actually play like just basic Crusader Kings 2, there's very little of that. You can do it, but for the most part, you're just doing the little upgrades. But in the Old Gods DLC, you start out with, I think most of our stuff is more advanced. But we saw over here, they start with like these tribal villages that they can build up into castles and stuff. And that's one thing I really, really like about that DLC. But just the constant raiding all the time gets so tedious. Because it honestly feels like the AI targets you specifically. Like, you won't see your neighbors get raided, but you will get raided at every opportunity. And so it's one of those asymmetric experiences that just feels completely like unfair, um, unbalanced, stuff like that. I'm all for asymmetric gameplay, but it needs to be done properly. And this is not something like that. Um, you know, if the raiders are going to be constantly raiding, everybody should have a chance of getting raided, not just me. Anyway, let's disband this army and then we'll call it a day. I think we'll be ready to. I might have to hire mercenaries. I don't think any holy order is going to join me. Yeah, we don't have the piety. Still in the negative, but we're getting up there. We were at like minus 125 before, so we're about halfway to 0. And then from there, it'll just keep going up and up, unless we do, something stupid. But yeah, we're not looking too good strength-wise, so we'll probably have to hire a mercenary company. Maybe, oh man, that's not a great price. Mercenaries are expensive in this mod. Like, really expensive. I think in most mods, you pay roughly 1 gold for every 10 men. So if you paid like 77 gold, you get 770 men. In this mod, apparently, you are paying roughly, I don't know, 1 gold for every 3. So that's a big handicap, but we're going to need the numbers, so we might have no choice. Just for comparison's sake, he can call up about 900, so we're only about 500 more than him. That means 1 mistake and we could lose that war, so we want a little bit more of a cushion than that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Crusader Kings 2 with you, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.